24 or younger. Going in, I would have been like, you tell me we're getting a draw, we're going to get a point. I'm in here, baby. We haven't been at the World Cup in 8 years. And then you watch how dominant they were in the first half. Like, they should have found a way to win that game. It's a little disheartening. Now they got to find a way to get some kind of result against England because it feels like they gave points away. I'm a little disappointed.
Joy, you're a resident soccer player on the set.
I seen pictures as a young boy. I seen you.
She was out there.
She was quick. I mean, little feet right around. She was doing her thing.
Little Feet, that's a heck of a nickname.
Little Feet?
Little Feet.
Yeah,
Little
that was
Feet
back when I could run. I was fast, but I was a dirty player. No, I agree with Dave. It felt like we let an opportunity slip through.
Yeah.
Slip through. It would have been nice to have an equal dominant performance. But England,
here we come, baby.
Black Friday.
Yeah, we on England next.
Exciting one. I believe that we will win.
Please.
I believe that we will
I'll
win.
take a draw. I'll take another draw in that one.
No.
We want England.
We want to win.
You know who would take a
beat
draw?
England. That's what we do, baby.
That's a good point.
Who would take a draw? Justin Fields. Because right now, he's just been taking losses. It's been bad. It's getting headlines. Justin Fields, his stats. Now, look, he added 200 more total yards yesterday, but once again, the Bears lost. LaShawn McCoy, every game, he bets against the Bears, and he's been right for like 4 out of the last 5 weeks. Justin Hurts, he is apparently in pain. The Bears saying, quote, his shoulder is pretty bad. Chicago lost their 4th straight game. Shady, I'm going to stop talking because you've been preaching to us about Justin Fields. Dave, I know I'm supposed to go to you first, but Shady, Justin Fields, should he get a pass?
No pass. You know what's sad? Because on Twitter, they're killing me. You're hating on this guy. I'm not hating America. These are the real stats. In the last 8 games, he's 1 for 7. Listen, if you want Justin Fields for fantasy football, get him. He's probably the best quarterback. But if you want to win games, it's not the way you win games. Like, guys are open. He's not hitting them. He's not accurate. He can't pass. I mean, I think he's a good young quarterback that has to develop. But we can't put him out there. He's a great player, and he's upcoming if he can't do the small things by passing the ball. The simple thing. He has to get it together, man. He's throwing the ball to his lineman. He's holding the ball, taking sacks. It looks good when he's running the ball, but you can't win like that.
I saw Bears Nation was going at your neck on Twitter.
They always do.
What do you have to say to them now that once again Justin Fields lost his 4th straight game?
I'll say this. Bear fans.
To the camera. To the camera. No, I don't want to see me. I just want to see Shady seeing them.
I'm not nervous.
So you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Thank you. Not even America. Bear fans, right? He's only thrown the ball for 20 yards once this whole year, right? I mean, if you want to win, they keep talking about putting pieces around them. The real piece should do this. Go out there and get a quarterback. Obviously, you're going to have a 1st-round draft pick. Obviously. Go get one of them young boys coming out. It's Ohio State, Alabama. It's a couple guys, right? Go out there and get your quarterback. And then you add some pieces around him. A guy that can throw the ball. Please, if you want to win this game, your quarterback can't keep running around like that. He's going to get hurt. I played with a guy named Michael Vick. Now, Michael Vick can throw the ball. But when he would run a lot, he would get nicks. His hand, his shoulder, his rib. So let's stop running as much and start throwing the ball. If not, he's young and fast and elusive, but the injuries start adding up. So Bear fans, don't kill me. Go get your quarterback.
Hey, Shady says...
Unless you want to play fantasy football. I like fantasy football. I was a dog in my dad's fantasy football.
Hey, Shady said don't kill him. He's a messenger. In all seriousness, though, I believe Justin Fields is starting to get that Justin treatment. Maybe it's just the name, but he's starting to get that Herbert treatment. He gets a pass because of the miraculous. Remember, Justin Herbert in year 1 did some miraculous things with his arm.
Yeah.
Justin Fields in year 2 is now doing miraculous things with his legs. But here's what frustrates me. He threw a pick to lose the game yesterday. Last week against the Lions, the only video you all saw on social media and on television shows was his 67-yard touchdown run. But why did that exist? Because he threw a pick 6 the drive before. It's 24-17. Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears, 11 minutes left. Fields, take 8 minutes down the clock. Run your little 4-minute offense. Go down, get a field goal. Be up by 10, you win.
Win the game.
Instead, you throw a pick 6 to your old college teammate, Jeff Okudah. Now, you got to run so fast on the next drive that your hamstring. So I cannot give Justin Fields a pass because I can't give Justin Herbert a pass. I will praise you when it's time to praise you. But I will also call you out when it's time to call you out.
Y'all ready for a take that's going to make you pretty mad?
If you just keep it real.
Oh, I'll keep it real.
Okay,
I'll keep it real.
That's all I need from you.
Justin Fields could lose out, and I would give him a pass.
Wow.
Here's the thing.
Well, he likes Dak, though.
Wait. First of all, Dak Prescott wins. You can't argue with that. Let's save that. here's the thing. Like, what are the expectations for Justin Fields this year? That's what did you expect from the Chicago Bears? Be honest. Unless you got a Mike Ditka tattoo, you were saying 4 wins or less. That was the expectation for this team. They were one of 2 or 3 teams in a wide open NFC where we were like, we don't have to worry about those guys. They don't have the horses. It's year 2. There's nothing there. They traded away the best players on their roster. Robert Quinn and Roquan Smith are gone. They got Chase Claypool. Cool. Y'all know as well as I do, it takes time for somebody to acclimate to a new team. This isn't a good football team. This is a very young quarterback who's trying to learn how to play in the NFL. I'll give the Bears credit for this. They adjusted their offense, and it actually looks watchable. That is a step in the right direction. Now, they probably need to readjust it the other way because, Shady, you're right to some degree. He's running too much now. Mm-hmm. It's too much. He's taking hits. He's worried about his hamstring. He's getting hit on the shoulder, all that type of stuff. At some point, you got to hang out in the pocket and throw, or else you're just going to take too much of a beating. But I admire the way that the Bears are sort of making this thing work. Like, they're scoring 24, 27 points in games. Their offense looks passable. He looks a hell of a lot better now than he did at the start of the season. These are good things. You talk about Justin Herbert. What did we say all during the lead up to this year? It's year 3. They surrounded him with talent. This is where the rubber meets the road. That's not where Justin Fields is in his development as a quarterback. So I don't get the hate, to be completely honest with you. I told y'all wouldn't like it. I told y'all wouldn't like it.
I like Justin Fields more than most, certainly the most on the show. But we talked about this last week with how much he was running, and everyone was getting very excited about it. And what I said last week is what I'm going to say now. It's not a good thing. It's not good to encourage bad habits, especially in young players. It's great that he has the ability to run, but that should be something that you use when you need it, not because you have to. So that's where I would say I don't like what the Chicago Bears are doing with this offense. I don't care that you're scoring points. This particular year, especially with the Chicago Bears, because they have no expectations, they have a new head coach, they have a new GM, they don't really have anyone on the offensive side that would make you stop and be like, these two should be connecting and putting up big numbers. So develop him as a quarterback. I love a dual threat quarterback, but you can't. Dual implies you can do both, and he's not being developed as a pocket passer at all.
But
and I know he's capable of doing that because we saw it in college.
Let me lean into Shady's side for a second, though, Joy, because a lot of times our verbiage is protecting Fields. Now, unless we are intentionally protecting the guilty, but it's like develop him as a pocket quarterback. Hey, that pick yesterday, I can't blame that on development of coaches. That pick yesterday, I just got to look at Fields and say,
Did he jump? Did he jump?
He jumped to throw it. I'm just like, you just got to be better. That pick to Jeff Okudah the week before, you just got to be better. Like, there comes a point in time, Joy, where that used to be my language. Like, man, he just got to develop him. That's got to blah, blah, blah.
You media driven.
But now I'm like, I can't blame nobody else but Fields. Like, if you're one of his teammates, Sadie, one of the skill positions, let's make you David Montgomery, who works his tail off week in and week out. How are you feeling as a teammate of Justin Fields?
Well, I know he's going to get a lot of carries, right? So you're kind of happy about that. But as far as, like, seeing the offense doing well, you can't see it. When David Montgomery watches tape on what, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, whatever it is, he's like, man, we're doomed, right? We're running the ball well. They run the ball well. They get, this is like, 6 games or 5 games with 200 yards? And we can't throw one-on-one passes? They going to get one-on-one opportunities because they run the ball so well. So it's like, how can we win? Our quarterback can't throw, right? And I'm not saying he can't throw like, he doesn't have the talent, because I don't know that, right? I'm just saying when I watch the tape, he's not making the right reads. He's not throwing the ball well at all. So running back, I'm pissed off because now I'm going to see 8 in the box every game. Please.
But that's why I don't like the way that this offense is going. I get it. It gives you a better opportunity to win. Mm-hmm. But you're not winning. So what is the value add here? Just like it makes it more cool, palatable for fans. You're getting some social media highlights. Like, if you are in a crucial position right now as you are at the Chicago Bears. Okay. We've seen teams struggle a little bit. Second-year quarterbacks struggle a little bit. We're not sure if they're the franchise guy. Very rarely do you know if you have the franchise guy in the second year. You've got to be really, really good as soon as you get into the league. That's very rare. So usually you're still in a development phase. But if he's really not this good as a passer and you're going to move on, shouldn't you find out for real? Stop encouraging him to run just so you can be a little bit more competitive. Because if you're going to move on from him after this year, which I don't necessarily think they should, but if that's even a concept that's out there, then you have to know.
But wait, them runs, hold up. Them runs they got are all not just quarterback-driven runs. A lot of runs was him in the pocket, right? Or him rolling out the passing ball and then takes off. So the coach ain't dialing that up. And think about this. If you're a skill position like a wide receiver, you don't want to go to Chicago and play with that. Hell no, I ain't going. Boom. You don't want to. So when they say get more talent, you don't want to play there.
We talked about this last week, though. You draft guys. You know, I mean, not everybody gets to have a say.
So now you got to develop them.
The interesting thing about it, we've got both sides of this because the Bears' offense now is not what it was.
Right.
Go back to the beginning of the season. They're winning ugly freaking games against San Francisco in a hurricane. They're losing 27-10 to the Packers. They're what was the score of the Commanders game? 12-7? It was something disgusting. The Bears were not watchable. And I agree. At this point, we've gone too far where you need to protect Justin Fields. He can't be taking hits like this. But if you're going to tell me that I have a bad roster and we're going to win 5 games or less, would you rather do it trying to plug him in as a traditional pocket passer, scoring 1 touchdown a game, being the laughingstock of the league, looking awful? Or would you rather try to finagle it to build up this guy's confidence, to score points? I'd rather lose having fun than lose saying, oh my God, how did we finish with 90 yards of offense?
See, I would rather lose developing Justin Fields or at least finding out if he can develop into something that's going to be functional and win big games next year. I agree with everything that's happening this year, but what's Justin Fields is right now is not about this year. It's really about next year when he's in his 3rd year and he's supposed to be playing like Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert.
That is true.
And Jalen Hurts, which right now seems very far off.
You know what else I find fascinating, and we'll have to dive more into this tomorrow. I find this fascinating. I think about the coaches of these dominant running type quarterbacks. Ron Rivera, he wasn't a quarterback. John Harbaugh wasn't a quarterback. Matt Eberflus was a former linebacker coach for the Dallas Cowboys, then turned DC. Oftentimes, you know how to protect a player if you know what it's like to be that player or be at that position. Okay. But I can see Matt Eberflus, the head coach of the Bears, being like, oh, yeah, just kind of run, Justin. Because he's never been in that position of having those hamstrings tight while simultaneously have to make a 3-step, 5-step, or a 7-step drop. Ron Rivera, Cam Newton. Yeah, he can take those hits. But Ron Rivera was on the 85 Bears that are most known for a nasty defense.
Yeah, right.
I think about Harbaugh was a special teams coach is how he came to be. So Lamar Jackson, you want to run? Go out there and run. But as Joy's already said, and I agree with wholeheartedly, man, that's fool's gold if you think that's going to lead you to a Super Bowl. Coming up, the